Let's look at how you can catch some of these volcano critters that might be a little bit tricky. So we're gonna look at how you can catch the Magmiter, that magma spider, Eruptoad, the blue lava frog, the Stampeedle, that black and red cute little beetle, and the lady bean, which looks a lot like a ladybug. Now 3 of the 4 are found actually inside the volcano. If you haven't been there before, you can get there pretty early in the game. I was able to go all the way through the volcano on day 3 just by climbing up the side and kind of exploring inside, climbing up the walls, jumping rock to rock, and exploring with my balloons. You can catch all of these critters before doing the volcano quest. You just need to climb up the side of the volcano and get inside. And then later in the game, after you do the volcano quest, the volcano area looks a bit different, and most of my footage is going to be from after I've done that quest. So my volcano, if it looks different to yours, know that that's because of the quest. If that's a spoiler for you, then I would say come back to this video after you've done the volcano quest. I may try to post another video that's just before doing the volcano quest, how to navigate the volcano, if that's helpful. Once you've gotten inside the crater of the volcano, there is a fast travel point here called the caldera, so we'll be going back and forth from that fast travel point to catch some of these critters. Now some of them spawn all the time, some of them spawn only at certain times of day, so that's something to keep in mind as well. And since we'll be hunting bugs on the volcano, we might as well also get the Eruptoad. So I have not seen the Eruptoad during the day, but I have seen it at night and in the morning. So to get the Eruptoad, you can climb up the side of the volcano, and what you're looking to do is land in this center part, right in the middle. This is the place where the Eruptoad spawns. Very rarely, I have seen it spawn on some of the rocks next to it leading into the cave for the volcano, but usually its spawn is right here in the middle. If you've already been up here before, you can use that caldera fast travel point and then head towards that center of the volcano. It's typically spawning somewhere along the left edges, but I have seen it hopping around depending on how long I've been in the area. It does despawn pretty quickly, but it's also really easy to get another one by going in and out of the cave that's up here. By going in and out, you'll be able to just consistently catch them. I've only ever seen one spawn up here, and it's always right in this middle area. So if you're looking for the Eruptoad, this is where you can find them. The Magmiter is a little spider that looks a lot like it's made of magma or lava rocks. It's kind of cute and definitely looks like it belongs in a volcano. And that is exactly where you will find it. So you don't need to have completed the volcano quest yet. The location is the same whether or not you've completed the reviving the volcano quest or not. Now there are multiple places where you can catch the Magmiter. They're all inside the volcano. So I'll show you all 3 of the rooms where I've found it, but I think this first room is definitely the easiest place to catch it, and if you want to catch multiple. So to catch the Magmiter, if you head up to the caldera or that inside the crater of the volcano, and you go just inside on the other side of this first chamber where you can actually stand, this is a spawning ground for the Magmiter. If you're earlier in the game and you haven't done the volcano quest yet, you can still catch them over here. Just instead of there being that path across the lava, you won't have that yet. Instead, you get over here by climbing up those left walls all along the side and jumping down with your balloons. I would say that this first chamber is the easiest place if that's the one that you're trying to catch. Now it does spawn in 2 additional chambers, and I'll show you those as well. I've been able to catch the Magmiter at all times of day. I think I've only seen 1 at a time, but if you spend additional time in the chamber, you will find that more of them will spawn. You can go in and out of the chamber to force them to spawn, or you can try gliding around, but I realized as I left my character just kind of standing here when I was recording that they will just keep spawning as long as you're hanging out. And about this area is where I found it to be most useful, because they sometimes spawn on the left hand side and sometimes over on the right in the rocks. You can catch them in both places. I found it easier if they were walking around on the left side of the lava, because sometimes trying to get up into those rocks I might miss them because it takes me a little bit longer. If you are going for the one on the rocks, it's a little bit easier if they're facing away from you when you go up there and catch them so that they don't see you immediately and run away. They are pretty quick, so they could despawn when you're trying to get them, so that's where resetting the spawns, just hanging out here, is probably the easiest way to get them. Now the 2 other locations require you to go deeper into the volcano, taking some of the cart rides, so I'll show you how I got to those locations. And while you're in these other locations, these 2 locations where the Magmiter also spawns, this is also where you're going to find the Stampeedle. So I haven't seen the Stampeedle anywhere except for these 2 locations. The one that's been more consistent for me is the second one want, but we'll take a look at both of them. And so you can get here from the caldera and going inside and going the route that I'm going to show you, but you can also get here from the exit of the volcano, the one that's further down. However, if you use the exit of the volcano, even though that's lower down, that's easier to get to, and I might do that if the only bug you were missing was the Stampeedle, going in through the exit is not going to be available to you until after you've completed that volcano quest. It looks like you should be able to get across, but you can't get across until that's completed. So if you've already done the volcano quest, that might be a way if you want to go back and say catch several more Stampeedle, you could do that instead. Now, one other volcano bug that you might not see immediately is the Lady Bean, and unlike the others that we've talked about, the Lady Bean is not inside the volcano. Instead, you'll find the Lady Bean outside two of the temples on the side of the volcano. And the easiest way to get there for me is just climbing, or if you have that fast travel to the caldera, going to caldera and then climbing down, and then you'll find them just outside, sometimes much closer to the cliff edge. So if you're not seeing them, try coming out towards the cliff edge and you should be able to catch them there. And they look like these little ladybugs flying around. They're pretty small, they're pretty fast, but they're pretty catchable. And you've probably seen them if you've been up on any of these temples. There's two different ones where I have seen them. They may spawn in additional places, but those are the two that I can guarantee you can catch them at. And you can find them at night and in the morning. If this video helped you with your critter catching, consider giving it a like so others can find it too. Subscribe for more Hello Kitty Island adventure content and turn on notifications to find out the next time we go live. Hope to see you there.